Hey guys, welcome to ENZYMENTAL. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button below and click the bell so you don't miss any notifications. I'm very pleased to be joined today by Steve Croke, the Chief Patch Operator of the Friendly Patch Company. This is an amazing company that offers vitamins and other supplemental preparations in transdermal formulations that absorb through the skin. And Steve, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for letting me be on your podcast.
Absolutely. This is an amazing company and an amazing product. And so obviously, you wear these on your skin.
Yep.
Like I'm rocking the energy one on the bicep right now.
One, and I'm
exactly.
rocking the multivitamin.
All right. Yeah, you're patched up for sure.
Patched up.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about why transdermal supplementation, or absorbing them through the skin, is preferable to taking pills and tablets all day.
Okay. Well, one of my last companies was, I was in the CBD space, and I learned a lot about delivering, CBD into the body. And you lose, for tinctures, you lose 60% of what you take in the gut. So you're left with 40%. And the transdermal patch really bypasses the gut and goes directly into the bloodstream. It's a very easy use product where there's 3 layers to it. The outside, which is here, and then you have an inner foam pad where the supplements reside, and then you have the adhesive that sticks to the body. And basically it's a time-release product where over an 8 to 10 hour period of time it's releasing supplements into the body.
Excellent. Excellent. And that's ideal for the busy on-the-go person who may not have time to take a bunch of pills and tablets and liquids and such, and just slap your patch on and go about your day.
Yeah, it's very lightweight. They come about 28 per package.
Excellent. Got a whole month. Yeah.
And we have some for children. I mean, when I was a child, I never took vitamins because it would upset my stomach.
Sure.
And they're big pills typically, and you can't swallow when you're young.
Binders and fillers and heat.
So we've developed, a child line of products for both sleep and the multivitamins. But what's interesting and what I've learned over the past few years is that people suffer from sleep issues. They're stressed out.
Yep.
They need energy, right?
All that runs together.
There's pain and so forth. So we have a product line that really touches on all those ailments that people suffer from. For example, last night I had the melatonin patch on.
Sure.
It works over an 8 to 10 hour period of time, and then you just take it off. So I put it on at 9 o'clock last night, and I took it off at about 6 o'clock. And then I stuck on my energy patch, right? Which I went to yoga at 6:30 in the morning. Typically, if you're doing yoga, hot yoga, you don't want to drink a bunch of coffee or something like that.
Of course not.
And upset your gut because you're in all sorts of different positions. So, yeah, and I'll have this on till about 6 o'clock tonight.
Excellent.
And the unique thing about these is they're all natural, right? So it's all natural supplements. It's transdermal, so it's getting directly into the bloodstream, where when you're taking a pill or a tincture, for example, you're losing most of that in your gut, and you have these peaks and valleys. So, for example, last week I rode up to Boulder, for example, on my mountain bike, which is a 40-mile ride.
Sure.
And on a mountain bike, that's not too easy. But so I patched up. I actually did a double patch. I did 2 of the energy patches, and typically I would bonk in Broomfield, which is 15 miles outside of Boulder. Yeah. And the unique thing is I did it under 3 hours, and I didn't bonk.
Yeah, and something similar happened to me yesterday when I tried the energy patch for my run. Of course, I took it to the gym. I did my weightlifting. But I really noticed it when I went for my run, which is usually 4 to 5 miles. I did about 5.5 miles yesterday. And, I can do that. I've been doing that for many years, but it was a lot easier to do with the energy patch. It was hard to ignore that. Yeah. It really was. It was amazing. I was like, oh, this stuff really works. And it's not jittery caffeine energy. People who watch me for a long time know that I'm a big proponent of seeking out alternative energy sources away from caffeine, because caffeine isn't energy. This is real energy right here. And we actually have some right here on the table. Yeah. Probably should hold this up. Yep. Okay, so this is what the package looks like here. And like Steve said, there are 28 individual patches in each of these packages too, so you got enough for about a whole month right there if you do one a day. But then again, if you're gonna have a really strenuous hard day, you might want to double or triple it up.
Yes.
Okay, not too bad. But yeah, so if you look at some of the ingredients here, some of these things are very common. You know, you got some guarana in there. That's a really natural source of natural caffeine. Okay, but of course that's some antioxidant components also. Yerba mate, all right, really awesome source of lots of great stuff. Some theobromine in there to counteract the natural caffeine that's there also. We do have some green coffee bean extract, green tea extract, and then some fat-soluble vitamins to aid in absorption also. So it really is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, if you're an athlete or just doing whatever, to take the peaks and valleys out of the whole supplement deal is pretty important. So
yeah,
it's a sustained release over time into the bloodstream.
Excellent.
It's convenient for you to put in your pocket. It could be in your purse. You could travel with it. I mean, we have an immunity one.
Sure.
For the traveler. I've been on planes all my life, right? Through starting my businesses.
And flying test tube.
Yeah, and especially with COVID, right? I mean,
yeah.
So the shield is a great way for the traveler to take their
Excellent.
immunity.
And so let's just take a look at the shield, see what we got in there. Yeah, so we got some very common immune supporting nutrients in there. Zinc picolinate, of course, that's very good for a lot of things, not the least of which is supporting a healthy immune system, your sense of smell and taste also. Vitamin C, we all need lots of that. Vitamin D, pterostilbene, the active form of resveratrol.
Right.
Very good for a number of things, and of course a little bit of oregano oil,
yes,
which is exceptional at supporting a healthy gut and intestines, and really helps knock out all kinds of unwanted invaders to the intestinal system. So.
Yeah,
excellent.
And the biggest sellers are probably the sleep patches. And
sure.
Again, we've done a fun little thing for the children. We made a little dog on it. My daughter, I've got twins, and my son loves the boost, before his basketball game, and my
sure.
daughter loves the melatonin because she's kind of going through her growth spurt, and
easy time of life, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And then last and not least, we have the last call, which is our hangover. Everyone needs a hangover patch, right? We don't drink anymore.
No, but we sure could have used that back in the day.
Back in the day when I went to school in Boulder. And actually, I take that on. I use that patch because of the artichoke. And,
sure. Yeah. I mean, even if you don't drink, like we were just talking about, we live in a really dirty, toxic, awful world.
Right.
That can be better, but you need to detox every day. You need to make that a daily part of your life. And this is a great way to ensure that you're doing some form of detoxing every day naturally. So let's look at what we got here. We got a little bit of caffeine, because sometimes when you detox, it can make you feel kind of sleepy and kind of worn out. So this kind of gives you a bit of a, I wouldn't call it energy, but a nice little perk nonetheless. Yeah. So artichoke and milk thistle, of course, those are very good for the liver, but also powerful digestive herbs too. They help out with that quite a bit. Menthol, right there, green tea extract, and a B-complex blend also. The B-complex vitamins are very important for utilizing carbohydrates, as we all know, but they also assist in metabolic functions.
Yes.
And not the least of which is optimal liver function. So, excellent.
Yeah, and then, we have our daily vitamins for both men, women, and children. And this is the women's one.
Okay.
And there's a
Let's
lot
see what you got for the ladies here. Niacin.
We love niacin.
Is niacin, yes.
We love niacin.
Everybody knows I love niacin.
I'm a big fan.
Yes, I am. So, niacin right there, iron sulfate. Okay, vitamin E, that's good. Pantothenic acid keeps the adrenals nice and calm.
Right.
Very important for anyone. Potassium, yep, calcium. Very good. Yeah, this is a good range of all your basic nutrients. This is fantastic. So, one thing I think we should mention that is pretty obvious, but it's worth mentioning is, can you combine these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can take more than one at a time.
Yeah, I have my I've got my this is my men's daily vitamin, and I have my energy.
Excellent. So again, it would be perfectly fine to if you're on the go.
It's on the go, and
you got your energy one, you got your daily multi. And maybe you want to do a little extra detoxing because
Right.
you know, you want to stay clean. You take your last call,
Right.
even if you don't drink.
Right.
And yeah, so something like that. Or even you want to do your last call at nighttime with your sleep formula
sleep,
and
right.
detox as you dose.
Exactly. And for the podcast members that are watching this, I'm giving a coupon code. It's called Patch Up, and
we'll put that on the screen.
Patch Up. On the screen. Patch Up, and you do that at the checkout, and that gives you a 15% off coupon on your entire order.
Excellent.
So,
now, for the benefit of my international audience members, I do have a lot of people around the world who watch me. How do you ship worldwide?
you know, we're only shipping in the U.S. as of now.
Okay.
But hopefully we'll get there.
Okay.
Because
I think you definitely will. This
that's
is
actually
brilliant.
a good point, because overseas in Europe, patches are worn constantly. I mean, you have nicotine patches that have been around for 20 years.
Of course, yeah.
Right? But you know, it's my job, it's our job at the Friendly Patch Company to basically educate people on, you know, the delivery mechanism.
Absolutely. Again, anything you put on the skin gets into the bloodstream.
Right.
You kids thinking about getting tattoos should think about that before you go under the needle.
Listen to your mom. Don't get tattoos.
Yeah.
But in and of itself, it's an exciting time because there's not too many people doing this, and once you try a patch, I mean, my neighbor over here saw me wearing a patch when I was doing my yard work the other day, and you know, we started talking about what we've developed, and she suffers from sleep, and I gave her some patches, and she ended up ordering. She loved it. I mean, because if you take melatonin, right, you potentially have this fog, you know, in the morning.
I know about that all too well, yeah.
So the great thing about the patch is it's a sustained, you know, delivery over time. So you can wake up without the fog, which, you know, is important.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about this. I'm a chronic insomniac, and I've done a lot of things over the past 12 years to deal with my insomnia. And internal, or I should say, ingestible melatonin was not the answer.
Yeah.
I did it for 9 months, and I had to take more and more and more of it, and of course it was less and less effective, and it was just not the answer. It made me sleep, but it didn't make me feel rested. Okay. Right. I've tried the sleep patch, and it worked. It worked. I mean, things in my crazy body tend to show up a little later than most people. That's how I'm wired. But it still worked. I felt really great, and you know, I took it about, you know, 8, 9 o'clock, even though bedtime for me isn't until midnight or later.
Right.
And I took it that early because I knew that it would take that long for my body to utilize it. That doesn't mean it's going to be the same way for you guys. I mean, some people are much more sensitive. Sure. You might take it and feel it within a half an hour.
And that brings up a good point. Some people cut it in half. You can cut the patch in half and use half a patch.
Exactly.
These things are, you know, price competitive. It's cheaper than buying supplements at the store too. So we're using less product because we can deliver more at a concentrated event over an 8-hour period. So if you take a lot of vitamins, this is easily going to save you money over the long haul. And
I think you guys have a really fantastic mission here.
Yeah.
And I just this is brilliant, and I want to see you guys come out with some really some products that kind of build on what you've established as a base here.
We talked about that.
So you know, you and I talked about, you know, like I'm a big fan of niacin and circulation. Sure. So you could have a circulation one with like niacin and citrulline and, you know, hawthorn berry and all these great things, and vitamin C too, that optimize circulation. Right. You know, you could do all kinds of things for that.
And think about the IBS market. Sure. Right. The Crohn's market.
You bet.
Mean, people suffering from that.
Transdermal magnesium.
You can't. I mean, whatever you digest just kind of blows through you. So that's you know, that's another reason. Right? I have a lot of people that suffer from Crohn's.
Exactly. And even topical astaxanthin, you know, which I've talked about quite a bit. You know, my viewers know that it's great for increasing blood flow to the eyes, but pertinent to the skin, it actually helps to build up the endurance of the skin against the onslaught of continued sunlight. And if you're like me and you love the sun and you don't believe in sunscreen, which I don't, that's something to think about for the future.
Right, and we're working on a pain one as well.
Excellent.
And we're just trying to dial that in because it's complex.
Yeah, sure.
And none of this has any CBD in it. I've learned my lesson when I was in the CBD space. Trying to get CBD into retailers is a nightmare.
It's a jungle.
And it's just there's a lot of benefits of CBD, but at this particular point, we can utilize what we have. We have a better delivery mechanism to deliver those supplements to make it more effective. So
Excellent.
I was just, I'll cross that bridge. But pain is another one where we can kind of heat up the skin.
You bet.
And
Sure.
have a nice pain alternative as well.
I love it.
So yeah, we're really excited about it. And it's a true testament when I saw you at the store, right? You're like, what is this guy? We have talked before.
Yeah.
But when he gave me the look of, is this really going to work? And I was really excited that you tried it and to be here today.
Yeah,
Obviously,
absolutely. I'm sold. It's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I'm excited to try the multi. I want to do that. And the kind of person that I am, I like to do my own little combinations of things, so I would definitely be combining some of these.
Sure.
So again, I do the energy patch with the multi, or the detox, the last call with the sleeping like that, or just so there's all kinds of combinations you can do, something like that.
And the children market, I think, is untapped because for the multivitamins, again, my children never took multivitamins, and then it wasn't until they came out with the gummy vitamins that are full of sugar.
Yeah, everything has
right?
to be gummy.
and it kind of defeats the whole purpose.
I don't care how it works,
right.
just as long as it tastes good.
Okay? Yeah. Right. So this is a really safe alternative solution for children. And
they can take this to school.
They can take it to school. They can
wear it on
and
school.
They kind of like it. I think ultimately we'll maybe come out with some different annotations on here, cool sayings,
sure.
and almost like a fortune cookie.
Yeah. So what's your hashtag? Patch up.
Oh, patch up. Yeah,
patch up.
Patch
hashtag
up.
patch up.
Patch up.
That's right.
So it's exciting, and it's our duty to kind of educate the market and get people kind of using this safe alternative.
Absolutely, and so there really is, the great thing about this is there really is, it's open to everyone, and there really is no direct type of person it's tailored for.
Right.
It's for anyone. I mean, I'm right now thinking of older people that I work with who could really use this energy patch. Because as we get older, you run out of energy later in the day. It's like, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got a lot of stuff to do. I feel like taking a nap.
Yeah.
So if you slap this on earlier in the day, that kind of gives you that extra boost.
That's funny you said that, because over the holiday I was with my 87-year-old uncle.
Sure.
Who just moved into a retirement community, and his wife tried the boost patch, and she said she had a stroke, and she said after her stroke she just never had the energy. She's on all sorts of blood thinners and so forth, and she tried the boost and loved it. Because as you're older, you're constantly trying to regain your energy.
That's right.
And as long as you're active and exercise a lot, but it's what you eat and what you consume and the overall lifestyle that is what we want to be a part of here.
Absolutely. So. You got it. Yeah. Well, Steve, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been an honor to have you on the show, and I'm sold on this stuff. I've tried it myself. I know it works, and I know it can help a lot of people. So I wish you enormous success.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge is we have to get it into retail. Primarily we're just direct to consumer right now.
So right now you can order from the website.
Yeah, you can order it from the website,
and
but my goal is to get it into all the big box retailers.
Yeah, get it in and get it worldwide. Cause I got a bunch of people all over the world who watch this who would like to use it, because these are foundational concepts. Who doesn't need more energy or more better sleep? All this. So you really have something fantastic here.
Right.
So you have my full support.
Oh, appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Nice
And so the discount code that he mentioned is in the description box below. It's up on the screen right now. Try the friendly patch out and patch up.
Patch up. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. I'm Jason Carter, and I'll see you next time on ENZYMENTAL. Stay healthy.